name's Laura from Laura Fisher Yoga, and thank you for tuning in to this yoga video for back care and back strengthening. As some of you know, I had really bad back pain for about 18 months. I tried all sorts of different things to fix it, and I couldn't get any relief from this pain, and I couldn't find out what was wrong with it. So I took to my yoga practice just to spend some time feeling where the tension and tightness was in the back, using yoga poses to release that and other yoga poses to strengthen the back. I now teach about 20 to 25 yoga classes a week, and I never suffer back pain. Doesn't matter what I do, those days of backache are long gone, and you can get that as well. So I encourage you to seek all sorts of medical help and advice, but in the meantime you can take responsibility for your own body. With this sequence it'll help relieve any pain and at the same time strengthen and support the back. So we're going to start seated, either straight on the floor, or if it's more comfortable for the low back, sit on a block. So just bring the block behind you and sit half on, half off the block. This will help you maintain the natural curve of the low back. Resting the hands lightly on the knees, I'd love you to just close the eyes. Take your focus right down to your sit bones. Feel where that's rooted into the mat, like an anchor. And from that anchor, just begin to lengthen the spine. See if you can notice the natural curves of the spine as you do. So how the low back, the lumbar spine curves in and up. The slight rounding in the thoracic spine, the upper back. And then the gentle curve of the cervical spine, the neck. Now as you bring your focus to your breath, deepen your inhale and lengthen the exhale. Continue to focus on this full deep breathing. Often in pain our breath gets shallow, whereas it's a good breath that the body needs for fuel to soften, to stop tensing. One more breath here. And then opening the eyes, we're going to come over onto all fours. So if you're using a block or cushion, just discard that to one side. And then on all fours, you want to make sure that the hands are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. Just going to take a gentle cat-cow. This helps to mobilize the spine and bring in awareness. So take an inhale and exhale. Beginning now, inhale into cow. Gently take the tailbone up. Wave your awareness along the spine. The shoulders go down and the head goes up. Then reversing this into cow. Start to take the tailbone down. Wave up the back, taking the chin to the chest. Continuing with your breath. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cow. Close the eyes. I want you to start feeling what's going on in the back. Can you use your full range of motion here? Or is there one part of your back that feels tight or restricted? If so, can you take more time in that section? Really encouraging a little bit of movement. One more round here. Inhaling into cow. And exhaling as you round to cow. Inhale to neutral. And exhale, coming back into child's pose. So allow the hips to sit back on the heels, the ribcage to rest on the thighs, and the arms outstretched. Depending on your flexibility here, you might be able to rest the forehead down and slide the shoulders away. If you can't, don't worry. It's really important to be sitting back. Maybe you could rest the head on your block again. Now deepen your breath and breathe right to the low back here. See if you can feel the low back rise and fall with the breath. Continuing to breathe here. In this position, we call it child's pose, and it really is good for resting the back. Returns the back just to its primary curves. So any point you feel tension and stress in the back, you can always take this position. Take 2 more breaths. And then inhale, coming up onto all fours. If you are using a block, just discard it again. Then we're coming down to lie on the belly. Just come down any way that's comfortable for you. And now as we take Sphinx pose here, place the forearms out on the mat. So the elbows is under the shoulders and the arms, the forearms straight out in front of you. Now bring the focus to the legs. Allow the legs to rest down on the mat and lightly engage your thigh muscles. Hug the belly in and up to the spine and just start to lift the chest away from the mat, letting the collarbones move forward and the shoulder blades to go down. Keep the neck in the natural line with the rest of the spine. Now count your breath. Inhale into the rib cage for the count of 3. And exhale. As you take 2 more breaths, think about softening the tension in the upper back. So in this preparatory back strengthener. 1 more breath in Sphinx pose. And exhale, gently return the chest to the mat. Bring the hands under the shoulders as we come into Cobra. I'm going to start with low Cobra, that's strengthening the low back muscles. Make sure with the inhale to roll the shoulders down and exhale. Now in your next inhale, without pushing into the hands, just try and lift the chest up off the mat. And exhale back down. Again with the inhale, roll the shoulders and hug the belly to spine as you lift the chest up. And exhale. If you're not sure, you can always hover the hands, and that will tell you that you are using the muscles in the low back here. Once more. And exhale there. Make a pillow with the hands and rest the head down for just a couple of breaths. 1 more breath here, breathing into the low back, softening that area. Now returning to Cobra, I'm going to take full Cobra here. So everyone's full Cobra will look really different. Inhale as you roll the shoulders, peel the chest up, no weight in the hands, and then start to apply a little bit of weight through the hands, but keep those shoulders down. As you peel the chest up, it might come to here, it might be a little higher, or it might be further up still. But the shoulders aren't up by the ears, the shoulders are right there. Take an inhale, and exhale, slowly release down. Then coming back into child's pose, sit the hips back on the heels. Take a rest in child's pose, and then we'll do another installment on back strengthening later.